Hello and welcome to another edition of St. Louis Presents. I'm Rob Desir. This is April Trupiano. We got another great show for you today. As always, we start the show in the kitchen, and we are joined by Jamie Bottoms of Social House. Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
How you feeling today?
Great.
You ready to cook something special for us?
I am ready to get something cooking.
What are we gonna have today on the show?
I am doing a fish taco and a spinach strawberry salad. Ooh. Perfect for summertime.
That
And is
sounds
that
good.
the fish taco? Is that blackened? Is it breaded? What is that?
It is seasoned, and you will see. You gotta stay tuned.
Yeah. So she's
Ooh,
not
how
gonna give
about
you her
that?
secret.
She's not
No.
telling us.
She's not gonna tell you her secret. Of course. Why would she? Then she'd go out of business. Come on now. Come on. You can't tell your secrets. Not in the beginning of the show anyway.
All right, we'll have to hold out.
Okay. Who else do we
All
have
right.
on the show for today, April?
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We have some absolutely phenomenal women today.
Oh,
Women who
okay.
are absolutely leaders in the community. So we're really excited. We have Kitty Radcliffe of the Convention and Visitors Commission.
Mm-hmm.
We have Rhonda Hamnabrigi from the St. Louis Lambert Airport.
Okay.
And we have Kalimba Kindle of Massage Luxe South Grand.
Does that mean I get a massage today?
No, you don't get one today. But if you're really good and you're really nice to her, she might get you in there.
Oh, okay. Trying to get my massage on and get my eat on and my learn on, I guess, right? In the community.
Exactly.
That's what we do
You're
here.
going to be pampered today.
Oh,
Massage, food,
that sounds
lots
like,
of ladies all around.
That sounds like
Good
my
try.
dream. That's my dream. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this show to start.
All we need are
actually.
figs.
Well,
You know.
and some grapes.
Grapes, yes.
Oh man,
Yeah,
this is like
so.
the old times, the good old days. All right, yeah, so we got a great show. Make sure you stay with us. Keep it locked right here on St. Louis Presents, right here on STL TV.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. I'm April Trupiano, my co-host Rob Desir.
Feeling a little cool today.
I know, I was going to say, how are you doing?
I'm good,
We've
good.
had some good weather, some cool weather.
Yeah,
kind
so
of.
we decided to just dress it on down today.
I know. Are you feeling better?
I feel a little bit better. If you guys don't know, I'll just put it out there. Just go ahead and laugh. I am hot-natured. I get hot very easy.
Gets
so
a little glow.
Little glow.
Yeah,
Little
we don't
glow.
want you to glow.
Women should glow, not men. You know when women go, oh, you're glowing.
That's a different glow.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
What kind of glow is that?
That's the glow, like the glow of happiness and joy. It's not that, little drops of perspiration, beads of.
Oh,
yeah.
well, you're just gonna put me on blast now. Okay.
You put it out there.
Well, I didn't have to put it out there like that. Gosh, that's kind of messed up. I
It's
thought
all
you were
right.
my homie.
It's all right.
Now you act
always
like you
look
don't
good.
know me.
You always look good.
Thank you.
You always look good
Thank
on set, doesn't he? He always looks
Thank
good
you.
on set.
Appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
I'm blushing now. Now I'm glowing. Now I'm glowing.
All right, so what's going on around St. Louis?
Oh, you know what? There's a lot going on. First and foremost, we got to talk about the Black Rep.
Yeah.
They are starting another year, their 36th season.
Yes.
And they've got a lot of great shows throughout the summer. I mean, they've had shows throughout the year, but they're getting ready to start their summer season.
Golden Pond.
On Golden Pond.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yep.
No Child.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
Yep.
and Insidious, which ends on June 24th. So it's make sure you go out there and see some of these great shows. I don't know if you've ever been to the Black Rep. I have. They have some phenomenal actors and
a while.
actresses, some phenomenal shows. Just a great, couple of hours to go enjoy yourself and just go out and see some of these shows at the Black Rep.
Yeah.
Definitely some good times over there.
Yeah. We also have Celebrity 3. That is an event from the Regional Arts Commission, and it's female artists who have come together, and they're out there just doing their art, doing their thing, and then they're donating the
Right. So
portion of the
basically,
proceeds.
they're selling different arts, projects that they put together, and each one is going for, I believe, $50, and all those proceeds that they sell are going to to go to help the local community, the local artists. So
Right.
support your local artists.
And
Go
that's
out
at the Foundry.
Yeah,
in St. Charles.
They've got a couple of projects going, so
Right.
definitely make sure you
Yeah.
go and check out Celebrity 3 and the Music Heart presented by the RAC.
Yes.
Back to theater though for a second. Over at the Stages in St. Louis, and I know a lot of kids want to probably go and see this. The Jungle Book.
Yes, Jungle Book.
Have you seen it? You got excited.
You
there
know
for a
what? I
second.
did. I like the music, but I'm not singing today.
You're not.
So,
You
no.
sang. You sang a couple times. You sang a
Sometimes
couple
I
times.
just break out in song. I know, but I don't really. I can't remember what. No, it doesn't come to mind. What's one of the good songs?
You're asking me.
All right, never mind.
I mean,
All right.
You can't.
Anyway,
you can't ask me.
it opens June 20th.
If I had kids, maybe I could sing some of these songs, but
You got to get some kids in your life. You should be a big brother.
I
We
know,
talked
you
about
mentioned
that.
that.
I
You
know you need to be a
mentioned
big brother. Then you would have Jungle
well, I
Book.
have
You'd
four little
fun.
brothers as it is, by blood, but not a little brother as we talked about.
Yeah, they're this
they're
big
grown
little
now,
brothers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although my youngest brother's 13, but
Yeah.
so I take him
So-
to the movies.
Yeah.
But no, but you definitely want to go see the Jungle Book. That opens at Stages St. Louis. That begins on June 20th. June 20th. Now for the folks who still live at home with their parents.
Yeah.
See, now I'm glowing,
You
by
are.
the way.
That's all right. You look great.
Empty Nest. Tell folks a little
I
bit about
know.
that.
Well, you know what? Here's something. Slate has a lot of new jobs online, and if you go and check it out, it's at jobs.mo.gov. So jobs.mo.gov. There it is on the screen. And the reason we're bringing it up is, there's actually a change in the trend that college grads are staying home.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's
Live under mom for as long as you can. That's what I say. I know when I graduated from school, I stayed at home for 9 months. Although I didn't want to, I was out there still looking for a job. But
Well, they're really taking their time
hey,
right now.
mom, dad, live under their roof, don't pay any bills.
I know,
Enjoy it while you can, because once you get out there, it's a wrap.
You know-
But yeah, as you said, go out there. There's a fee. I think you go out there and you learn how to network and how to socialize and how to brand yourself. And I think
Some good stuff.
you also get a subscription to St. Louis Magazine, or Jobs Magazine. So make sure you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely make sure you go out and check that out. And you can also go on Slate New Jobs and look for jobs that are happening, that are available in the community. All right, that's going to do it for this first segment of the show. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be joined by Miss Kitty Ratcliffe of the CVC to let us know what is going on in the community and how you could kind of be a tourist right here in your very own city where you live, right here in St. Louis. This is St. Louis Presents. We'll be back right after the break.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hey St. Louis, I'm Cara Kay. Keep it right here on STL TV.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Find out more at theshelterpetproject.org.
There's a monster in my bathtub. There's one on the couch. There's a monster on my bed.
keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack.
Please make the monsters go away.
Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
And welcome back to St. Louis Presents. We are joined by Miss Kitty Ratcliffe of the CVC. Thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome. Great to be here.
What's going on? Quickly tell us what's going on with the CVC.
Oh, we have all kinds of things going on. It's going to be a great summer. We have a lot of great conventions coming in. National Baptist Convention starts this weekend, and right after that, National Athletic Trainers Convention, which is about 12,000 people. So 2 biggies right back to back.
Wow.
And then it leads right up into the 4th of July celebrations with everything down on the Arch grounds with Fair St. Louis. So it's going to be wonderful.
Are you breathing right now?
Yeah. Have to breathe or you can't keep going. It's a life thing.
Yeah. Now,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, we wanted to talk about how, this show is kind of sort of empowering women and what you guys are bringing into the community and what people may not realize, the stuff, how hard it is to make it to where you've got to where you've made it in life, but, the stuff, just to keep it going, so just give us
me
that.
personally you're talking about?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So, to tell us, just how far you've come in life and as far, now that you've made it here, what you want to bring to the community.
Well, I appreciate the question. I started here in sales 20-something years ago, working for the Convention and Visitors Commission and selling St. Louis to people, attracting people to the community. And we do this for leisure visitors as well as meetings and conventions, sporting events, all kinds of groups, military reunions, and it's a lot of fun working with people. And we work with all different kinds of people, and we get to tell the story of St. Louis in a lot of different ways. And I left St. Louis in the late 80s because I had the opportunity to move up in the industry. So it took me a couple of cities to get back here. But I've been back in St. Louis 6 years as the president of the Convention and Visitors Commission. In addition to attracting visitors and marketing the region, we also operate America's Center, including the Edward Jones Dome. So we have that as a big project, and making sure that it's always appealing to visitors who come to our community. We work really hard on the product. So the product is within the facilities, and the product is the entire community. So joint projects and making sure that we're constantly keeping focused on things that are going to affect the experience that the visitor has. So that's everything from the highway signage to what happens when they land at the airport. We have a great partnership with Lambert International Airport, and the experience all the way through the community.
I love what you said, that your product is the community. Your product is the city.
It is.
I mean, that's pretty amazing. That's pretty
It
unique.
is. It is. I mean, if you're selling widgets, you just have a widget.
Exactly.
When you're selling St. Louis, you can customize the message to the things that appeal to different people, because everybody has a different interest. I mean, you were talking earlier in the show about all of the entertainment options that are in this community, and different things appeal to different people. Well, the great thing is we have everything in St. Louis.
Right, and a lot of people don't realize, and you talk about tourists, but what about the folks who just live here? I mean, some people don't make the most of the city.
Yeah, it's, I think a lot of people who've grown up here, spent their whole lives here, don't realize that so many other communities don't have what we have. We've got world-class cultural institutions. We've got a great park system. We have wonderful assets from sports to music, entertainment. Everything is here, and it's really very affordable. It's very reachable. And perhaps there's not as much pride in that because they don't realize that other places don't have that. We're trying to figure out how we can get people in St. Louis to be more like Texans.
Do you think we're spoiled? Maybe we're just spoiled.
I think we're not boastful enough.
Yeah.
I think we don't tell the story enough about how great this community is and how much it has to offer.
You've got some pretty great events coming up with
We do.
something that you mentioned about Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Well, we do a number of different projects in terms of trying to market the region, as I mentioned, and we've got one that's running right now. That's a great advertising program that's running in Memphis, and we're so grateful to Jackie Joyner-Kersee. She has agreed to be a spokesperson for us about Jackie's Picks, the things that Jackie likes in St. Louis. And so we've targeted Memphis as a test market. We do this a lot with a lot of different campaigns, like we're running a different campaign in Chicago, testing that one, and trying to see if we can move the needle up? Because we know how many visitors we have from the Memphis area. So with this campaign, can we attract more visitors from Memphis? She's a great spokesperson. And speaking of women and women in leadership roles, she certainly is a role model for a lot of women, not only in St. Louis, but all around the country.
Right.
What do you think the biggest obstacle has been for you and for the CVC?
Well, I think that we have so many things to do, and I don't really view that as an obstacle. We just have a lot of things on our plate all the time, because we want to ensure, as I said a minute ago, we want to ensure that the customer experience is such that when they buy our product, when they buy St. Louis, they don't have buyer's remorse. They're very happy with what they've got, and they go home to wherever they're from and tell other people about it. So if it's a meeting planner, they tell other meeting planners, hey, we had a great meeting in St. Louis, you should consider St. Louis. If it's somebody who comes here just for the weekend, they go back and they say to their neighbors, hey, what'd you do for this week? Hey, I went to St. Louis, I had a great time, and maybe those people think about coming. So we have obstacles, but we have a lot of good ways to overcome them.
Yeah. So how can people reach the CVC if they want to plan a meeting? If they want to, or if they want to get involved?
Well, 421-1023 is our direct dial line, 314 area code, of course. And we've got a whole sales team. We've got 10 salespeople here in St.Louis. We also have sales offices in Chicago and Denver and Washington, D.C., because they're where a lot of the customers are. And our website is exploreStLouis.com, where we have a lot of information about planning meetings and also just coming and experiencing the community.
Exactly.
Including stages, program, and all the other things that you mentioned.
And if you
forgot the Muni, though.
Oh, excuse
the
me.
Muni season starts.
Well, we've had guests from the
Denny
Muni
Reagan
already.
came.
Denny.
We talked about Dream Girls.
Oh, good.
Can't wait for that.
We've had them. So we just want to thank you for coming on today on the show. Appreciate all you're doing, and
thank you.
You know, the best of luck to you and the CVC, and you know, just keep doing everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good to talk to you. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Going to take another quick break here on St. Louis Presents. When we come back, we'll be joined by Rhonda Ham-Nabrigi of the St. Louis Lambert Airport. Had to get that out there. Stay with us.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
Packers,
Vikings, Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
When tragedy struck Indonesia and Haiti, the world responded. The famine, war, and drought affecting the Horn of Africa right now is larger than both these crises combined, and the world should be paying attention. Text a donation of $10, but do more than donate. Forward the facts to everyone you know. Forward from our site, forward on Facebook, and forward on Twitter. We are the relief.
Experience St. Louis.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. I'm April Trupiano, and we are here with Rhonda Homnebrugge.
Good morning.
From St. Louis Airport. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure, thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, it's been a while that I wanted to meet some of you ladies, so I'm actually really excited that you guys are here. And I love what we were talking in the green room. I love what we were talking about, what you're trying to do with the airport. You have a background in aviation. You've been with American,
TWA and Ozark.
And Ozark for over 20 years. Yeah, so a lot of experience in that whole world.
Yeah, I spent 27 years, all morphed into one company, but the three rolled into each other.
Right.
And then in 2009, I decided that, you know, without relocating, there was going to be not enough activity for me. And so I decided to retire from that industry and started thinking about the next industry. And I kept coming back to aviation because it's what I like.
Just pulls you back in.
It does, it pulls you back in. And spending so many years at this airport throughout my career, I just have a passion for Lambert. And I don't think people were feeling real good about Lambert. And so my mission was to hopefully bring something to the table that would get people to feel good about Lambert and understand the value and the asset it is to the region.
You know, we were talking to Kitty about the fact that you guys are in partnership and selling St. Louis, and even having our local St. Louisans be proud of what we have here. And do you think there's been a little disappointment with the airport that you guys are working against and trying to rebuild?
I think it was more than a little. I think the last decade there's been almost anger against the airport, just because we had something very, very special for so many years with our, you know, significant hub, and this industry's changed. And so part of the challenge has been getting the community to understand that it wasn't anybody's fault. There wasn't. It was this industry and how it evolved and the changes. And so part of what we've been trying to do, and Kitty's a great partner in that, is her and I both are out trying to educate what value does it bring to St. Louis? How can you help us? How can we partner with each other? How can we all start talking more positively about the airport, about the CVC, about the downtown area, about this region? And I think that's been needed. And I do think we're seeing that shift come. I think we're seeing people that are starting to say this airport is so valuable to us. And as we transform it, both from an operational standpoint, but also a physical standpoint, people are starting to feel better. Yeah. So I think that's been a huge, huge challenge, but it's been a fun challenge.
Now, you said that you really want to reshape the face of the airport. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that, you know, we have this historic, iconic terminal that is known around the world for its architectural. And people here, when I say I work for Lambert, people say, ooh. I want people, when I say I work for Lambert to people across the world, they say, oh my God, what a cool terminal. So I think it's getting people to take a look at a structure that has got so much history and so much value, and then how do we make the interior feel more modern like today? So we've spent a great deal of time, and it started before I came, but Dick Rapko actually was some of the mastermind and the gentleman before him about how do we transform the interior. I just got the benefit of coming on board when it was starting, so that's been fun. And it is a maze. Every week it's a new wall going up and a new wall coming down. But people are starting to see the difference. It's so much brighter and lighter and high ceilings. And we're bringing art, and we're trying to focus on local artists. Who in our region has the talent? Who can bring something fun to the airport?
Yeah, and make it a business, a profitable business.
Absolutely, and I think that's been another thing. We've looked at it for a long time as a public utility, and although technically that's what we are, it is a business. And learning and understanding how we grow that business, how we make it more sustainable, how do we bring revenues in that may not be aeronautical revenues? How can we reach out and think of creative ways to find new partnerships at the airport that can bring revenue to it?
Yeah. So what I love about both of you guys that came on this morning is that you're women who are really entrenched in building the community, making the community profitable, and also selling like we were saying, a product that's just unique. The product is the experience that and it's huge, right?
It is, and the airport, we're calling it the AEP, the airport experience. And so with that, Kitty's got her own experience program, but the two are so critical, and so much of what she brings to town brings people into the airport. So if I can have them, when they arrive, feel good, and sort of that, wow, look at this, and then she can wow them downtown, and then I can wow them when they leave.
And we can keep them coming and going.
And then in between they spend all the money at all the shops, restaurants, eateries. So it is. I mean, it's one of us can't do it without each other. And so it's so important. And I think her and I have talked about this a lot. It's how do we bring everybody else into that fold, and how do we make everybody else realize that they can be a partner in this as well?
Well, now in talking about how people feel in their experience, you know, everybody knows we had that tornado come through. What was that like? Because one of the things you said that you loved about being in the industry is looking at chaos and creating order. You said that's what attracted you, right?
Well, it did.
That was chaos.
It was chaos. That wasn't exactly what attracted me.
No.
But I remember. I'm sorry.
No, that was an opportunity. So yeah.
It was, and I remember the first week I started in this job, and I was at LaGuardia Airport, and it was an awful, terrible day. And I just remember the chaos and thinking if I can manage chaos, how fun and rewarding that would be. Yeah. So the tornado brought that, and you know, fortunately, we fared well after that.
Yeah. Well, and you guys did a great job of just making sure everybody was safe and making sure everything got handled and rebuilding it quickly.
We did. We had a lot of support, though, and that's where those partnerships in the community were so critical. Had they not come, we would have not been able to do what we did.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's all about partnerships.
What's next for you guys?
Oh, lots. You know, we're being creative with all the sports teams, so we're hoping to have interactive days at the airport. We're hoping to have a Rams Day. We did some stuff with the Blues. We'll be looking at that next season as well, working with the Cardinals. So our goal is to try to make it a more interactive airport where various highlights that we love here can also come out at the airport and spend a day and be available for the public to see what else is in this region. So we're moving in some of that direction. Education, trying to bring students into the airport. We're doing classes now where we have them come out and learn about the history. The Black Mural is a wonderful example. We brought a lot of students out to learn about Black History Month and what the aviation mural means at Lambert. So we're trying to partner there.
Okay, that's community involvement. There you go,
It is.
right there.
It is.
Let me ask you this, because you also said this when we were in the green room, that for you, doing what you do was, there was no challenge, there was no feeling of a glass ceiling. It was just, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm born to do, and why wouldn't I do it?
And that's right. People ask me all the time, you were in such a male-dominated industry, did it ever bring a challenge? And you know, I grew up with three brothers and we competed on everything, and I never looked at it. I never thought it was something I couldn't do.
Right.
I started in the operational side, which was typically a male-dominated, but it never dawned on me that I couldn't be a part of it. And I think that confidence level and that lack of concern or constant worrying about can I compete just wasn't there for me. And so it was beneficial to me, I think, to be blessed with three brothers who always thought they were better.
That's an impetus to get you to push harder, right?
It is.
Yeah. Just watch me. I'll show you.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I can't thank you enough. Really, thank you. I do have a question. One last question. Okay. How can people get in touch with the airport if they need anything?
Right. We have a fabulous website called flystlouis.com. So it's FLYSTL.com. And on it, and we just launched a new one in the last 30 days, so we have anything you want to know about the airport, from flight activity to construction to how we operate to our DBE program to how to get in touch with me. We have Facebook, we have Twitter.
Yay,
so
you're tweeting!
We came into the social world.
And St. Louis Airport's tweeting.
We are. And I have a great team that helps, you know, look at all this stuff and things that need to come my way, they will. So we are very, very accessible these days, and we hope that people take the opportunity to look at us, to look at our Facebook, our Twitter, and our webpage, and email us, talk to us, send us suggestions, concerns. You know, those are all important. So.
Well, thank you again. I really appreciate you being on today. I love what you're up to. So thank you very much. We're going to be right back with more of St. Louis Presents.
In times of peace and times of war, in times of joy and times of pain, we need them They need us, and we need you. The USO, until everyone comes home.
There's a monster in the kitchen.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack. Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Monsters can be anywhere.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Experience St. Louis. And we're back here on St. Louis Presents. Thank you for joining us. We are back in the kitchen, ready to get our eat on.
Does
Well,
it
not
smell
really,
good?
but we're ready to watch, Jamie Bottoms from Social House get her cook on. Thanks for joining us again.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You said you're making some fish tacos. Now
know.
tell us what goes into your preparation for making this wonderful feast.
It's so easy, and you don't have to do it in the kitchen. You can do it out on the grill. You can make this an outside thing when you have people over. Few ingredients, just a few. I usually like to season the pan a little bit, put a little butter in there, not a lot because it is a healthy dish. I have, you can use any kind of fish seasoning. This is a Paul Padone, but you're not limited to Paul Padone.
Oh, she gave us the secret.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
I thought it was your secret
It was
herbs
coming.
and spices.
We had to
right
wait
there.
for my segment. Make sure you get both sides real good.
Uh-huh.
Throw a couple tortillas either on the grill, you can throw them on your flat top, however you'd like to do it, just to get them, you don't have to get them crispy, just get them a little warm. I put a little cabbage, we'll do some sour cream, a little cheese.
Little cheese. Is that mozzarella?
It is.
Mozzarella.
It is.
And
You can do other cheese besides that. That feta is for a salad we have coming up later.
feta and what's this right over here?
Those are almonds.
Oh, okay.
That's for the salad.
They look pretty. I mean, it all looks good. It all looks,
Pretty,
it
I
all looks
know.
good.
The strawberries are
Strawberries, spinach,
looking
oh good. So tell us what's going on at the Social House.
Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. We do,
excited.
yeah. We just got a new patio, so it's incredible. We seat like 80 more people now.
You sit outside in the sun?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Do you have
great.
umbrellas?
We do,
Oh, good.
yeah. We have entertainment out there on Saturdays, so we're right next to Soulard Market, so it's perfect. You can go to the market, you can come and have lunch, you can get it to go. A lot of people want to do like the quick market thing. I know I used to do that, but you can get to go food. So either way, come sit out on the patio, whatever.
And you guys do a lot when there's a game on too, right? You
We
have
do,
a
yeah.
shuttle?
We have a shuttle. We have a golf cart and we have a shuttle.
Ooh, golf cart.
Golf cart.
So we do Rams games. We're really big with Cardinals games. We have a lot of TVs. We're a sports bar. So we're starting to get a lot of people that are coming to ride the bus and shuttle and having a great time and staying. So, but I do we promote the Cardinals. We have a shuttle, but don't be shocked if you stay.
Now, how long have you been over there at Social House now?
This is our third year.
Third year.
Going into our third year, yeah.
And how has business been in year 3?
Pretty good, really good. Now that we have this patio, our lunch has just tripled. We did a whole new menu about a year and a half ago. We have a whole new clientele. We have people waiting outside half hour. We really try to turn tables quick for lunch. We know you have a 30-minute time period, but we have people, even with our 80 extra seats,
I heard
waiting.
you have a line around the door, outside the door.
It's amazing. So this is great. This is like calm for me. I'm not used to the kitchen like this. I'm used to it being like, hurry, hurry.
Go.
Yeah, so, but
Order
that's
up,
okay.
order up.
Well, what I like about this is that you're cooking stuff that's light, it's easy, and I think a lot of people are afraid to eat a fish taco. It sounds weird,
No, fish tacos are great.
but
Amazing.
yeah, it smells good.
And I'll tell you what, this is how I do them. I do the small shells. You can do a big shell, but I like to do a small shell. I like to do 2, and I cut my fish up because it's easier to eat that way. You don't have...
Not as messy
Here,
as
let
a
me grab
regular
that fish for you. I'll grab
Oh,
it.
thank you.
Look at that.
You don't have to do it this way. You can do it however you like. I just like to do it this way. So I cut it into 4, and I just slide the 2 pieces on. If you want a bigger, meatier piece, go right ahead. It's up to you. I just do a little bit of cheese.
You keep doing that, Rob's gonna wait for you to feed him.
Do you like sour cream?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
good. I do
Little sour
couple
cream.
little dollops of sour cream on there.
Couple dollops.
Couple little dollops.
Dollops. I
And
never
then I
actually
cut
used
up
that
some
word in my life before, but I will now incorporate that in my vocabulary.
If it's sour cream, you got a dollop. And there you go. And listen, if it's like 4th of July or something, put a little flag Q-tip, or Q-tip, toothpick.
That'd be interesting.
Put a Q-tip through there, toothpick through there, and put them on your platter. It looks amazing.
Look at that.
See,
There
she
you go.
says,
and
he was
simple.
giving you
Yeah.
decoration tips when you have your barbecue.
And see, that's going to look good when she makes the salad.
Right.
And I know we're going to try all this at the end. So tell folks, where can they find the Social House if they don't know where it is?
We are on South 7th, 1551 South 7th Street. We're right next to Soulard Market, right in downtown Soulard. There it is for you.
And the phone
on screen.
number is 314-241-3023. And of course, if they want to hit you online on the website.
We have Facebook. We also have an online website, socialhousesoulard.com. Easy to remember.
Now, people can contact you for charity events too.
We do. We have a couple charity events coming up. One for the Suicide Hotline this month, later this month, the 24th. And then we have a charity golf event in September.
Ooh.
Give us a call. Check us out on Facebook. We have all the information.
Seems only natural if you have a golf cart, you have to have a golf outing.
Right. Well, and then we'll have to have all of the fun that goes with the golf day.
Oh, really? And what kind of fun
Yeah.
can we expect at this golf event?
Because it is eat, drink, and socialize.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. So a lot of people's handicap's going to be really bad. That number's going to go really high when they're out there on the golf course.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to taste that taco?
No, not just yet, because
You're
you
not?
know,
All
if we do,
right. Okay.
we're gonna get
All
in
right,
a, we're
we'll
gonna get in a
wait.
little trouble.
All
We're gonna taste this food eventually at the end
Perfect.
of the show.
I'll work on the salad. We'll bring it over.
Work on the salad and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jamie,
great.
thanks.
Thank you, Jamie. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna take another break here on St. Louis Presents, and when we return, we're gonna be joined by Kalimba Kendall. So
Massage Lux on South Grand.
yes, and maybe I'll convince April to give me a massage.
He's funny. That's funny.
So I asked my uncle, what's a special interest? He says they run Washington. He said they're groups of special interest in getting bills through Congress or the State House. So I said, I'm a Boy Scout, and our supporters help make a difference by educating elected officials on issues. Does that make me a special interest too? I guess my uncle thinks the Boy Scouts are helping to run Washington. Am I missing something?
Learn more about American democracy by logging on to representativedemocracy.org.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I done nothing. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay, I stole a cheeseburger once on my dog.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. Y'all don't know what I have to put up with in between breaks. He's crazy. All right, welcome back. We have Kalimba Kendall with us from Massage Luxe South Grand. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you all very much. I'm glad to be here.
We talk about, again, we're talking about women doing, some empowering things in the city of St. Louis. And of course, owning a business, takes a lot of work. Mm-hmm. Tell us how you decided to go about, buying a massage store.
Okay, so one of the things that I did is I've always been in business and also education for most of my career. And the latter part of my career was an education administrator. About 3 years before I decided to get out, I started looking at what are some ways that I can still be a contributor to the community and also help people. And so I felt that the one thing that was not happening was people were not finding a place that educated them and also helped to heal them. Mm-hmm. And so I started investigating where and what I could do. Well, I knew that even though my name is wonderful and even though I'm just extraordinary, that nobody probably would come to Kalimba and my business partners, Delphay Jason, Kalimba and Delphay Spa Arama, so I wanted to find something that had name recognition for one, and that allowed for people to have affordability to participate in their and their well care, right, and also accessible. And so Massage Luxe happens to be one of those businesses that I then bought a franchise. Our company is Intentions by Design, and so everything that we do is very intentional. Making a decision and then following through on that decision. And in buying the franchise, we decided that we really wanted to make sure that we had well care that included massage. We also do waxing, we do facials, and most important, we do education. So we continue with our business principle and our training as education administrators.
Now, as the franchise owners, you hit some firsts.
First woman.
Yes.
First African American.
Yes.
Clap it up.
First to open up in the city of St. Louis.
That's right.
As a resident of the Tower Grove community, I wanted to do something that made a mark in St. Louis City. So many businesses decide to go into the county, but very few decide to make an impact in the city. And as a city resident, I wanted to make sure that not only current residents, but also visitors understood that there was a place that helps to heal them, relax them, increase their mobility while educating them and giving them an opportunity for self-love and self-care.
Now, doing all this, and all that sounds great, but we know how difficult it is for minorities to go into business, pretty much anywhere, but in St. Louis is probably even tougher. But then, as a black woman, it's almost like twice as hard, right?
3 times as hard.
3 times as hard, okay.
Or 4. But here's the thing. When you have a vision and you are a leader and you decide that you have to make an impact, it behooves you to find the energy, the tenacity, and the perseverance and the wherewithal to continue through the process. And the process is not always joy. It's a lot of pain in being first at anything, because there are some people who hate you just because you're first.
Yeah.
Right.
That hate you because you're a woman. That hate you because you're a city resident. That everybody has an issue. But what you have to decide for yourself, and what myself and my business partner decided, is that no one and nothing will stop us from the vision that we had, and that is to create a positive, powerful legacy in Missouri, and most importantly, the city of St. Louis.
That's great.
Oh man, I seriously got the chills.
That is
seriously.
great.
I love it.
That
That's
is
beautiful.
great.
Now, even your hiring practices reflect that intention and that community sense.
Correct. We have 20 people that are on our staff, and everybody that has been interviewed and employed with us has made a commitment to give 5 hours of community service per month. And in our hiring and interview practices, if that's something that is not a part of your philosophy or your value system, it's okay. We still like you from across the street. You just can't work for our location.
Right. Gotcha.
And so we support our employees, but also more importantly, teach those who have not been a part of being blessings to start being blessings by giving community service. So a lot of our employees have different issues that they support. Cancer, the senior citizens. Wow. I support a group of blind athletes. So we all support each other. So if you have an issue that is going on, I got your back. I'm gonna come and provide what I have as my expertise to make sure that the population that you care about so much has someone and a group of someones that will come and give you free eyebrow waxes or complimentary facials or complimentary massages.
Tell us where folks can find your business.
Well, they can find it between 5 highways, Highway 40, 44, 55, 70, and 64 on South Grant. Of course, you have to do your research when you go into business. We're right at South Grant and Arsenal, across from Tower Grove Park. So when you come into your massage, you might feel like it's the city, but when you walk out, you feel like you have just arrived at a nice, luxurious place by looking out at Tower Grove Park.
And I
at
understand
Arsenal.
you got some giveaways to entice customers?
Well, what we do is we have some specials, and one of our specials is a mind stimulator, and that is to help people who haven't had an opportunity to have a massage, just to kind of start off small. So we do a scalp and neck and facial massage. So we're running a special, and that's 30 minutes for $30. We also have a 1-hour deep tissue or Swedish massage, just $38. An hour and a half if you think that that's just too short, because that's called a slice of heaven. Get in an hour and a half, that's $58. And then if you, particularly a lot of people are now getting into walking and running and their sports, so we have a sports massage that we're doing for $48. But all of our staff is licensed, certified, and or degreed.
And
we bring
part
the
of the
very
community.
best, and a part of the community.
Yeah, I love that. And then, you know, what I've been in your place, and it is beautiful. Have you been there with me?
No, I haven't.
You didn't go with me. It really is beautiful, and you do feel completely relaxed, pampered, and then you know, your whole staff is just, the spirit of the staff is very unified and very they're service oriented. I really like that.
And because we're one of the only licensed therapeutic centers, so not only do we give spa massages and spa services, we also are a therapeutic center as well. So if you have insurance, our services are insurance reimbursable.
How about that?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and
Very
we do group chair massages. We come to your agency, we come to your business. We have group discounts and corporate discounts. So we're excited to be an integral part of the community, and we really want to make sure that people understand that just like you had the other women who were guests from the airport, you can travel in and we'll take care of you. You can drive in and we'll take care of you.
You got it. You got us any which way.
Any which way you have it, we'll take care of you.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
all.
So we definitely have to. I'm definitely going to come by, get my massage on. All right, we got to take another quick break right here on St. Louis Presents.
I love your show. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the show. I watch the show every night. You have great guests on there. I enjoy watching the best of the STL.
I love the show, and I love to watch it all the time. Thank you very much.
I just recently started watching the program, and so far I have really enjoyed it. It's wonderful what you do with the kids or anything, and putting St. Louis on the map.
Hi, I really like your show.
Hi, I love your show. I watch it every day, every time you come on. I love your show.
We may get to enjoy retirement, but our old cell phones shouldn't. Recycle them. It's easy, it's free, and it's good for the environment. Hi, this is Richard Garn. Please answer the call to recycle.
There's a monster in my bed.
Even innocent things can trigger an asthma attack. Learn more at noattacks.org.
Please make the monsters go away.
Yo, what up? It's your man Nelly, and you watch STL TV. Experience the Lou all day.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents, and today, if you guys have been watching, we've been talking to a lot of very influential, impactful women in the St. Louis community. There were some really great guests, weren't they? I told you they were good.
Absolutely. We definitely learned a lot.
Power to the ladies.
Power to the ladies.
Seriously, because making a difference in the community, you know, bringing leadership, talking about, you know, how they're not only developing business, but also developing the leaders that work with them and, you know, developing our city.
Right, very influential, as you mentioned. So what we did was we went out and hit the streets like we like to do occasionally and get, you know, the folks' opinions on who has been the most influential woman in their lives. And here are some of the answers that we got. Take a look.
As generic as it sounds, my mom. My mom is my hero by far. My parents got divorced when I was really young, so she was a mom and dad. She came to father-daughter picnics with me. She came to grandparents' day with me. She has worked her whole life to do anything we wanted.
Julie Andrews, probably because she's a lot like my grandma, I think. But she, you know, in all of her films and whatnot, she's a very upright person and is morally sound, and I think that's important for youth today.
I think I would choose J.K. Rowling because I think that she's a really great author and she writes really amazing books.
I'd have to say it's my tattooing mentor, Ashley Western. She taught me everything I know, and I will have my license because of her.
Michelle Obama's positive in the way she's trying to get the kids to work out and read and all that stuff.
My grandmother, because she's the rock of our family, and every woman, our family's full of women, and we all look up to her. She's like the role model, the strong leader.
Yeah, there's some great answers there. How about you? Who's been the most influential woman in your life?
You'll make me cry.
Well, don't cry.
No, it's my mother. I mean, you know, between my mother and my aunt, they really taught me about really how to be a woman. And then, you know, so there are still lots of other women that maybe aren't family members but have served as role models. Amelia Earhart, you know, I'll tell you another one that people laugh at me, but Cher. I've really wanted to see, you're gonna laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
But here's what I love about her.
That answer.
Because what I love about her is that she's gone through so many transitions and transformations in her career, and every time people thought, who the heck is that? Well, she can't do that. She can't be an actress. She's a singer. Well, she can't be a comedian. She's just Sonny's a partner. You know, she can't be this because she's that. And every time she's come back stronger and stronger and just reinvented herself over and over. And I just think she has a lot of grace given all the fire she's always under.
Well, my answer is the same. I should say my first answer is the same as yours. It would be my mother easily. Obviously, the biggest influence in my life, my biggest cheerleader in anything that I've done in life. She believes in me more than I believe in myself. You know, 9 times out of 10. I should say 10 times out of 10. So easily, my mother's the most influential person in my life, and you know, I wouldn't be here without her, obviously, and you know, I wouldn't have, you know, some of the confidence that I have without her. I mean, you know, she calls me all the time, man. If I don't call my mom enough, she gets on my case. Matter of fact, I'm calling my mom right after the show.
I talk to my mom at least 3 or 4 times a day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, your mom lives here though.
Yeah, that's true.
My mom lives in Florida.
But you know, I've lived away, and I got to tell you, I can only go so long without being with my mom. She's my favorite person in the world.
I can't go, if I go a week without talking to my mom, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I'd slap you for that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, before we wrap up the show, we got to get back with Jamie Bottoms and talk about this food, because I can smell the fish tacos and the salad. So we got to bring Jamie to come back over here. Come on, Jamie, come on over. Join us right here on the set. And look at that. She's putting on the finishing touches to the dish.
She's making it pretty.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
We didn't bring silverware.
Okay,
right, we got
she's going to bring the silverware. So what kind of dressing do you have on? This is like a spinach salad with some strawberries, and you said some feta.
It is a spinach salad. It's a strawberry vinaigrette. You don't have to use strawberry vinaigrette. No. A poppy seed is amazing also.
Ooh,
No, this looks
There's
delicious.
lots of options.
Thank you very much. So,
all right, what are we gonna have first?
And this is all healthy too. This is what I want to say. So you get to get your eat
It
on,
is.
and you get to get your health on all at the same time.
And it really is pretty because why are you looking at me like that?
No,
it has to be
no,
pretty.
yeah, it is.
I mean, you know,
Food is visual.
it
I mean,
should
that's
be.
half of it, right?
Yeah,
You got to make it look pretty.
Every chef will tell you. All the chefs we've had is.
They always say.
Plate presentation is big deal for us.
Yeah,
You
plate
know what? Well,
presentation.
if you talk to her for a second, I'm
and
gonna
color, all the colors.
try
They always
some
say
of
it's
I need
healthy.
a napkin.
I won't need a napkin because I could probably hoard this down in one bite, but I'm not going to do that for TV purposes. I'm going to try it first.
You gonna try it? All right. You go
Give us
first. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Fish
Did you have
tacos.
enough dollops of sour cream?
I did.
Well, I actually have a couple questions. So, what else is on your menu? What kind of food do you guys have?
Oh my gosh, we have everything. We have burgers, steak sandwiches. We have a new pork sandwich we just put on the menu. Wraps. We do have lighter stuff like turkey sandwiches, chicken wraps, chicken salads, things like
What
that.
do people love to come to you guys for on your menu?
Our pork tenderloin is a big one. It's huge. It covers the whole plate,
Oh my
so
gosh.
it's a staple. It really stands out. Our pizzas are amazing. Our steak sandwich is probably one of our top sellers, and this fish taco.
Yes.
Yeah. And the fish
Have
taco?
to come back for the fish taco.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, tell us where can we find Social House? We're going to put up the graphic, but let folks know again.
Perfect. We're right next to Soulard Market, 1551 South 7th Street, right in the heart of Soulard.
Right in the heart of Soulard.
Yeah.
And if they can go online, they can see you. What's the website again?
www.socialhousesoulard.com.
Excellent.
And we also have a Facebook page, same thing, Social House Soulard.
Ooh, and didn't you say that you had something special for our viewers? Don't want to go without that. That if they come in and mention that they saw you here.
Oh, we will do a discount off your meal for saying you saw us on St. Louis Presents.
Oh.
Excellent.
I like that.
See, I like that.
I like
Showing
that
a little love for our show.
I like that very much.
Yeah.
And I
Make people
really
talk
do,
about us.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy this food. And you know, speaking of liking us, if you want to, you can like us on Facebook as well. You know, you go to facebook.com/STLTV, and also you can follow us on Twitter. You know, we got to get all forms of social media. We got to get it all.
Exactly.
We got to get it all in there.
Yeah.
Got to get it all in.
I'm telling you, even Rhonda Hamnabrigi is tweeting from the St. Louis Lambert Airport.
She did
Do you
tweet.
guys
She.
tweet?
We do.
You tweet?
Same thing.
How do they
Social
follow you on
House
Twitter?
Soulard.
It's
easy. Social House Soulard.
Okay,
Across
cool.
the board.
Well, Jamie, thank you for
Thanks
joining
again.
us, and we want to
Thank
thank
you.
all our guests
Yeah.
for joining us here on St. Louis Presents. Make sure you come back and join us again when we'll have another edition with new food, new people, new knowledge, and that's what we do every week right here. So for April, I'm Rob. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on St. Louis Presents. I'm going to dig in again.
See you next time.
You can try it now, food. You can try
Yeah,
the
I'm
food.
actually going to try it.